A very warm welcome to the course on Foundations of MATLAB. So this is an introduction to the course, which will talk about some of the uses and applications of this tool, and it will show some examples and demonstrations about using the MATLAB tool. This course is handled by a course admin, myself, Vijay, and two course assistants who will be personally meeting each one of you. So I introduce the course assistants, Mr. Thomas Sabu and Mr. Arun Kumar. We start by asking the question, what is MATLAB? So many students around the world has been using this tool on MATLAB for a variety of applications and variety of different simulations. So it is better to clear on what we can do with this tool. So this tool is a computational engine which is useful in expanding our learning. It's like a virtual laboratory where you do not have a hardware, but you can actually model that particular hardware using MATLAB and see in front of your eyes what is being generated or what you can do with that virtual hardware. In a way, MATLAB helps you to cut down the cost of buying that hardware by actually modeling the functionality that it employs. It is a great visualization and learning tool. So most of the learning that happens through our eyes and also through the ears. So MATLAB uses both of these senses to understand what is the world around us by providing visualization in the form of plots and audio and also video. So the changes that a system does to a signal can be easily visualized and learned by a MATLAB tool. It is also a language for the practicing engineers. So for an engineer working in the industry, this is a tool or a language more than that for expressing what they need to say. Lastly, it is a efficient platform for developing and testing. Suppose you have got an idea, you want to test and see how it performs. The first way to pick or the first platform to pick up would probably be MATLAB or its equivalents. It is a great testing tool since if a system is found not to give the desired output, you can always change some parameters and get it right. Now, telling what is MATLAB is almost equivalent to saying what MATLAB is not, because a student should not expect more from a tool like this. First of all, a MATLAB is not a programming language. So the programming language that we have learned are like C or Java or C++, Python, and etc. So unlike these programming languages, MATLAB has a difference because it does not have a very clear cut code which actually defines it to be MATLAB's own. It is just a representation of things in the vector or the matrix form. Now, unlike the earlier told programming languages, MATLAB varies because it has mostly relation with all of those programming languages, but it stands out because most of the computations done are in the parallel format or in the matrix format. So the name MATLAB is actually ideal because it is a matrix computation. So as we go along the course, you will understand what matrix is and how MATLAB does every possible operation in the form of a matrix. Students are requested to note that MATLAB is not the all in all of engineering. MATLAB is just like a electric plug. You will have to plug your ideas onto the switch or onto the switchboard on to get it right. So ideas are what is all in all. MATLAB just gives you a platform to try those ideas and see if it is working and to improve them if required. Finally, MATLAB is not open source. You'll have to pay a fee to get it. There are other open or free source versions or equivalents of MATLAB known as Octave or Scilab, usually undergoing a very large development in the open source domain. You are also requested to use those if in case you do not get MATLAB. Now we will move on to see some applications and demonstrations.